Hey everyone, it's Leo with Member Solutions with Chris tonight. I know you have Stephen mentioned well, another stream so soon, while the villain doth bless us so. Bless us so. Blah, blah. So for we did a breakfast stream, right? I did a quick breakfast stream. But it was so quick, I was like, I might come back. Was it warmed up or is it still cold? And there's only one of them?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
It's freezing cold.
Oh, it's nice and toasty.
Yeah. Yeah, my pinky hurts.
That's so lovely. There. Oh wow. Well, he did the curse a minute in. I couldn't control that one, Chris.
What?
Tobias came down here. He wound up stepping on the board I have, and he apparently wasn't wearing anything. Gave himself a splinter and said and dropped the F-bomb.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Within a minute, F-bomb was dropped. And I was like, I'm glad the stream is rated, like teeing it up, but that kind of sucked. We're going R-rated now. But yeah, did a small breakfast stream, very, very quick one, and then came back and decided, because I was trying to cook lunch and I was like mentally struggling to just do easy tasks by myself. Yeah. And so I was, I'll go ahead and do a lunch stream. Did the lunch stream. And then you mentioned popping on, and I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? The stream is rated to bias. And for anyone wondering, I'm basically having the same thing for dinner that I had for lunch. Because I'm lazy. I didn't feel like cooking another meal.
What happened? You cramping?
Get some water.
Okay.
It's okay. We're going already. Christopher. I forgot to say hi to everyone. Colleen, Ian, Dark, Slayer. Slayer, for those of you who may not be aware, is doing something really awesome for us. I reached out on Discord for some general help because I was like struggling with making this happen, and so I wasn't like sure what kind of thing to go, right? And I was just struggling. Slayer came in for the rescue, and they have designed something really awesome. I'm going to share with y'all. This is Hawaiian shirt. Look at that. Now the render is not the greatest currently, but that would be fixed down the road. But look at how beautiful that is. Got a nice gradient on the background color. Right?
I like it a lot.
This is definitely like, oh, okay, I have to have that. Rambo is also a keystroke trip up. It's a nice one. That screams Hawaiian shirt. I love it. So we're gonna work on making these a real thing. Slayer is working. I sent them the template, so they're making sure to do whatever they need to do on their end, and then they'll send the stuff to me, and I will see if I can get it uploaded to Fourth Wall. From there, it's a matter of making sure of the quality. Yeah, the animation is doing much better than the previous one. The numbers are showing. Early numbers so far are pretty decent. They're not astronomical. They're not. From what I've seen, I don't think the animation is paying for itself yet.
It's not.
Yeah. So it's definitely going to be one of those things where I think me and Chris have to have a discussion at this point. and discuss because people want to see more animations, but they're expensive to do. So I think at this point it has to be fan funded temporarily until they start taking off.
And we may do 5 or 10 of these and they never take off, and then we may consider stopping it. I hope not. I hope not, but you never know.
Yeah. We want to do a lot more. But the biggest thing is, like, right now, the audience that's getting to see them is enjoying them. And we finally did one that isn't being hampered. And early numbers are statistically about the same as what our normal stuff is. The mix isn't necessarily any cheaper. Because, well, I guess technically he wouldn't have to animate that portion, but you already have that portion animated, so it's not like it'd be much different. But we kind of get both videos. We get the mix, like we animate, we edit the mix. He's doing that now, I think. And that'll get uploaded what, next week or so?
Yeah.
And the reason why we're doing it a week from now, so it gives some space. And that's something that, like, as time goes on, we would get, you know, the characters would be more and more animated. That's the route we chose rather than spending a bunch of money up front.
Yep.
And there's the like trying to make sure we're picking good ones. So right now on TikTok, that video is
12 or 13?
Huh?
It's at 12 or 13, right?
15,000.
Oh, cool. It's gone up 3,000 in the last, what, half hour?
Yeah. And it's that's the biggest thing is like on YouTube, it's not a short because it's
Right.
because it's a 16:9. And I will probably you have that vertical, right?
Yeah.
We can drop the vertical tomorrow. Do you want to schedule that out?
Yep.
And when we have enough of these, I think that's a consensus. And when we have enough, we'll put them on the animation only channel to test out that. How much does a mocap rig cost? A lot. VTubing isn't hard. It's the upfront cost of your avatar. And then, like, depending on how much you put into it from there. Like, we have everything necessary. I have the camera that would work. I would have to fix some of my lighting. Got a great mic and setup. Computer can handle it. Realistically speaking, we can do VTubing really easily. It's just a matter of getting that asset together. We are, Jonathan. There are 31 people in here. How many people? I can do how many people are in YouTube versus? There's 19 people in YouTube, 8 in Villain in that, and 2 people on Twitch. Okay, so how many people want more animation? I want to see yes, but only answer once, please. You can say no.
How another board keyword doesn't belong.
But this way we can get like a view of, you know, these people. And then I'll ask the next question after that.
I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm in the middle of editing. I'm not paying tons of attention. I should.
You're good. I'm running a quick poll with the few people that are in the chat, but because we have a decent enough mix between the different places, I can't just do a poll. Yeah, 6 there on Facebook. Yes, Billy. Yes. So the overall consensus across the board, from what I'm seeing, is every one of you that's here wants to see more villain support animated. So here's the next question: how many of you would be willing and able? The "and able" is important here because I know there's plenty of people who can't. To, let's say we run a Kickstarter and support direct fan funding animation. Now that would mean that we'd have to push it really hard and we'd have to figure out the numbers. But I think at this point, we've got a couple animations now that we can show off and be like, hey, this is kind of the style that we're doing currently. Here's something outside of that.
Might even be able to afford a better animation if we have a higher budget. Because right now, so you guys are aware, Mark Harkness, that's both hilarious and horrifying. We're spending about $300 per video right now, which based on what we got, thank you, Stephen Lockie. Based on the information that we got, Stephen, the Kickstarter is not open yet. He
already did a different Kickstarter, the one with the dice. He already did that.
I know. Based on the information that we've gotten so far, this guy's a really fairly priced animator. We've had a lot of conversations with him, and he's been like, he's like, I understand you guys want to do this. I don't want to break the bank on you. I want to, make it affordable. And so, like, the first video was a minute long. This video is 2 minutes. He didn't charge us any more for this video than he did for the last one. So,
but we can't expect that to keep happening.
Right. Especially if we want to get, one of the things about the animation we got to remember, like with John's expressions, and as we get Levi and the Nappa in there, as we do more videos, we're going to get more expressions and more dynamic movement out of the models. Otherwise, he has to do all of that on the front end, and that's going to cost a lot more.
Yeah.
But if we keep adding new ones on each video, he can use ones he's already made and then add the new ones on, which will keep our costs down.
Now, the good thing is with the Kickstarter, since it would be like a one-time deal versus the monthly, if somebody wants to drop $1, $5, they'll be able to do that, right? And we can have different tiers and different things available for it. Now, we still have some time before we move forward with that. Like, we're going to post the animation, vertical animation on YouTube. That way get registered as a short, and hopefully you'll hit the short feed and blow up there. But that'll be pure animation. Then Chris next week will drop the animation mix. During this time frame, me and Chris can sit here and chat and talk and figure out the reality of running a Kickstarter, how many episodes we want to do, what our goal realistically would be. Now, we already spitballed some ideas and we saved them, but we need to like iron them out.
Or his fellow mutants, he's a cataclysmic danger to a
And I don't want to do a video where it's like, hey, would you guys support a Kickstarter, and have that blow up, to be perfectly honest, and have that be like, that's the one that every single subscriber sees, but then we announce the Kickstarter and like no one sees it. Right? That would suck so badly to be like, hey, yeah, we want to do a Kickstarter. Do you guys want to see more animation? 600,000 plus people see it and say yes, but only 500 see the actual announcement. So,
there's always the possibility, and I'm not holding my breath or cross my fingers for this, that we announce this and our goal is $20,000, for example, I'm making this up, to do the full like hillbilly Star Trek parody thing that we want to do. Let's say we decide to do that. And all of a sudden it gets funded 20 times our goal. That A, covers that project, B, makes us both full-time and villain support, and C, funds a crap ton more animation.
Yeah, that would be.
At the same
That would
time,
be
we could also not hit that goal.
Yeah.
I don't think 20,000 is what that would cost either. I'm just making up a number and throwing it out there.
No. 20,000 is like in the range of like closer to the range of Deadpool type of animation
per video for them, which we're not anywhere near that. One thing I would like to do is maybe if we do really well with the Kickstarter, is to just let Open loose. Say, watch our videos. You choose the ones that you think would be most fun to animate, that you think, from a fan perspective, would do well, and just surprise us. Release 2 a month, 1 a month, whatever it is.
That would be really cool if it took off like that, and we could just straight up hire him as an animator.
Tell him, you basically you're the one who's flooding the villain support animated channel with content. And we own the channel. You're doing that work. So maybe we do you get paid and we do like a revenue share based on performance as well.
Yeah. And that would be an incentive to like get that channel up and running and thoroughly move forward. The Stitch series, that would be something cool to see. And this is the beauty of the animation too, is that we get to animate these characters like this. And because it's parody content and it's animated and it's not a 1-to-1 ratio, we're not taking the entire thing. There's people who take the entire movies and do ad-lib stuff to it. And they monetize that content. And it boggles my mind, but it also falls massively underneath parody, right? We have to deal with copyright stuff regardless, unless it's our own characters. The Billy Borg is a parody of the Borg. 100%. It's a parody of the Borg. But here's a really weird thing. Parody is copyright protected. Isn't that weird? And so, like, if you make it distinguishable enough that it becomes its own character, you can then, realistically and legally in the U.S., it is its own character. It is its own story. It is its own thing. And so you get to own that copyright of that. However,
I might just let this one find out the hard way.
if you are not upfront about what it's parodying, then you can have some issues.
I might just let this one find out the hard way.
Thanos got run over by a Borg cube. God, that would be a fun one to do.
Yeah, it would.
I would love.
We also had to finish the whole song.
Yeah, and that would be something that we could do too. That's like if we manage to get a ridiculous number, like Chris was saying, enough that it would fund both of us full time, that would change things so much. First of all, there would be an actual budget to what we can and can't do. But that's already a thing. We are on such a shoestring budget for a lot of things. And that's for a number of reasons. Donate at least $10 to be a background minions to get horribly. And see, that's the thing that we have to discuss is like, what type of benefits would somebody get as Kickstarter? Obviously, regardless of what somebody donates, if they donate even $1, I would love for their name to be in the credits. 20,000 people. Well, let's say somebody donates to Kickstarter. Their name, as long as they're not anonymous, their name can be added to the list. It's not that hard to copy paste and roll credits, right? Thank you to all our Kickstarters and just have the credits roll.
Oh no, those idiots!
Stitch with the lightsaber is definitely unique enough. So Disney a while back put out Stitch when he was still animated in a lot of different forms, including lightsaber. Disney was proactive on the parody stuff for Stitch.
Listen, you've just dimension jumped to Marvel Universe 616.
How much do they have to donate for Nappa cuddles? I don't think that would be a thing.
For what?
Nappa cuddles?
Marvel.
Like real life Nappa cuddles? I don't like touching. So you couldn't. I don't think.
616, and you're approaching asteroid. You need to stop, and you need to turn around now.
There are variant humans there with attributes.
So
I'm getting the subtitles fixed, and then we're ready with the
All right. So Nathan, to talk more a bit on parody, I did a deep dive on this. Chris has talked to lawyers on this. We know what we can and can't do. And then based on what other YouTubers do. So
and there are certain times that we're doing a thing, and I'm kind of like, post. I mean, please still be small enough to avoid the radar.
We
Oh, you mean his pet cougar named Bulma? Animal cougar, not yeah. Like,
by the way, cougars are awesome.
huh?
The animals.
Yeah.
What I love about that, Chris, is if you ever need to know something about how a pet cougar would react, I could actually tell you because I've had one as one. I've actually I had one nasty ass mean motherfucker, and then one that was nice. And then I had a couple bobcats, couple of foxes. We've had several horses growing up. Dogs, cats.
I like how you go cougars and bobcats and foxes. I'm like, what other carnivores? Horses. One of these things is not like the other.
I don't think the cougar is gonna go after the Clydesdale. they tend not to go after things that are that big usually. Say what? I'm jealous. Where I lived at the time, I was able to do that. Foxes, yeah, foxes stink. They smell like skunk. They stunk quite a bit.
How does the fox smell? Bad, 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 bad.
I'm a sucker for big cats. Yeah. And horses can be mean. They can be. If you're mean to them. I will be honest. I don't think I've ever met a horse that was just outright mean. So much as there were plenty of horses that didn't like people as a general consensus, but they would not go out of their way to be mean unless you earned it with quotation marks. You did something like a cat, you did something that annoyed them. And so now they're being dickholes.
All right. This, I believe, is done. Y'all ready for the live action?
Y'all ready for this? I'm sorry. you walked right into.
Dimensional shift detected.
Dimensional shift. Probably another Borg cube where it doesn't belong. Yep. Oh no. Those idiots.
This is 2 of 12.
2 of 12, this is John and Villain support. Listen, you've just dimension jumped to Marvel Universe 616 and you're approaching Asteroid M. You need to stop and you need to turn around now.
There are variant humans there with attributes the Queen would greatly like assimilated.
Yeah, but that assimilation isn't going to happen, okay? There's a guy there who controls magnetism.
We've calculated the threat as minimal. Our shields will adapt.
2 of 12, listen to me, okay? You are dealing with Magneto, the master of magnetism. He's ruthless, ridiculously powerful, and when it comes to defending Asteroid M or his fellow mutants, he is a cataclysmic danger to a cybernetic race like the Borg.
The cube is operating abnormally. Structural fluctuations detected. Adapted.
Please turn around now. You're not going to be able to.
Magnetic disturbance. Modulating shields. Shield is still ineffective. Adapted.
I am going to hear that sound in my nightmares.
Interreality shift detected.
Interreality shift? Another one? Why?
Y'all read Billy Ball Cube 7136 is a 2 of 12. What can I do you for?
Please hold. I might just let this one find out the hard way. So 3 things I got to do. Number 1, I got to get the subtitles off the Borg's faces, which is easy to do. 2, the office sounds in the background made a huge freaking difference.
Like good or bad?
Good.
Yeah.
Those need to get put in. And 3, I just need to make sure that the sound is good to go, and then we're ready to post this.
I'm picky to everyone here. I'm picky. There were spots that I would have personally tightened up for scene transition. I would have like barely like the cutoffs would have cut it off just a slight bit faster. The transition from after he gets done holding it to the inner reality shift would have changed it a little bit. But this is virtually identical to the thing, and that's what we want.
It's actually a little bit longer, and not because of the cuts, but also some of the scenes he shortened the dialogue because there were periods where I was like being animated but not talking, and he couldn't do that with the model, so he just kind of got rid of that part and tightened the dialogue up a little bit.
Yeah. Are you under 3 minutes still?
Oh yeah, it's 2 minutes 5 seconds.
Yeah.
The difference is like 4 seconds difference. I'm gonna put the sounds in. If you want to tighten them up, feel free.
No.
That was the right answer. I'm just kidding.
But no, I'm just tired. And then I've got I don't know what I'm gonna be doing tonight.
Everything all right?
Yeah, it's just generalized. Yeah. We're gonna. Wow, that is loud. I am. That's why. And yeah, Billy, and I want to see more animation. We both are like incredibly happy with the animation. I'm ecstatic. Ecstatic. I'm very, very happy to see an animation with my voice as a character on there, and it's like decent animation on top of it. The one thing you got to be careful with, for whatever reason, office noises on Facebook will sometimes get flagged.
Interesting.
Yeah, I had 3 videos. I tried 3 different sounds. All 3 of them, for whatever reason, on Facebook specifically, got hit with copyright. I thought, because the first one I used was from a YouTube video. I was like, okay, maybe that's why. The second one was supposed to be a royalty-free sound. That didn't work. And the third one was just from CapCut, thinking like, okay, this should work. This is like specifically created to just add into what.
How about another Borg cube where it doesn't belong? Yep.
So just be wary that might get flagged. Hopefully it doesn't.
Those idiots.
Well, the problem is because he animates the whole thing, and we could say, hey, don't animate us, but that resource already exists. So that resource has already been done and paid for. And he's mentioned that it doesn't cost or much time or whatnot to just sit there and put it out. I don't know if realistically how much it would honestly save us. It'd be something that we'd have to discuss and figure out. And with an animation only channel, it allows us to go, hey, go ahead and animate this thing as a fully animated video. Make the character a bit more animated this next time, right? And then we turn around and we can make 2 videos out of it. One with full animation and one with animation live action mix. And we can post both of those videos. And if we get that channel monetized, bam, that's animation money, right? Purely for animation. And on the mixed, it just pays for itself extra, right? Right now, they're getting both posted to the main channel to kind of just pay for themselves. And when we have, like we've already discussed this, when we have 5 or 6 videos at minimum, we're going to start putting stuff over there. We did debate on whether or not to put it. I put out my vote. I was like, I think it should, but it's not necessary. There was no need for it. Not yet. Yes, the animation only channel has launched. It's up. There's just no content on it right now. And it's just villain support animation. Animated. Yeah, villain support animated. So I think that's one of the things we'll do is if Chris is filling up to it, we'll discuss the reality of getting a Kickstarter up.
Dimensional shift.
If both of these, did you say how much this one cost?
300.
300. If each one's in the $300 range, and that's a 2-minute skit. But if each 1 minute is in the $300 range, and we did 12 of them,
How about another board cube where it doesn't belong?
you know, 12 episodes, 1 a month, $3,600. And if that got funded
This is 2 of
20
12.
times over,
212, this is John.
holy fuck.
Listen, you've just dimension jumped to Marvel Universe.
What?
I don't. That's not life changing enough for you to like quit your job, but that's animation for a very long time.
What is?
So let's say the goal was $3,600.
Yeah.
Right. That's 12 episodes roughly.
Mhm.
For one per month. And if that got funded 20 times over, that's $72,000.
Yeah, that's. Well, I mean that in one go is. And now keep in mind, a lot of that work is on OpenUp. It's not on us.
Yeah.
So it's him doing the animation and then us doing the editing. The biggest thing there would just to make sure we're being really useful with our time, and maybe that covers hiring an editor to edit together, so we're not doing it. Like it covers those additional costs.
So Billy, you might not be able to find it on YouTube without a direct link currently. You might have to, Chris, grab the link and then share it.
I'm looking here right now. Yeah, we're gonna have to. 1 second. Switch account. Villain Sport Animated.
Yeah, I think until a video is uploaded there, I don't think they share it.
View your channel. All right. How do I share this? There we go. It's just this.
And I would love to see more of the Billy board, but short of, I think if we just release that clip as do like a super clip thing of it, choose a good 30 seconds in this entire thing to cut together. And
We can just do a video. Just do a video that goes. Just start out. what if the entire Star Trek universe was a bunch of country folk, and then cut right to that showing up, and this is Billy Bob Cube. What can I do you for? I'm like, would you want to see a full series like that?
I think that would be perfect. Yeah. Do you want to write that? Yeah. Let's make a quick note on that.
Because if so, too bad. I was kidding. No, if so, we want to make that. Oh man. Okay.
Add it to your main YouTube page. Yeah. You know what? I think is it not on the main YouTube page?
Probably isn't.
One second.
I'm really happy with the sounds of screeching and twisting metal. The cube is operating abnormally. You can hear it.
Yeah. There we go. I got it added now.
Yay.
Let me yeah. We'll need a logo specifically like for the animation. Eventually, not right now. Hold my simulation. Y'all got this? Y'all, I got this. Sorry. Oh. But yeah, 72, if we did 20 times over funding that, and it was $3,600 goal, that would, I don't know about an editor. But if they were editing just the animation mix stuff that we did, if that's all that they did, I suspect that we could afford that. And then just let OpenOct do his thing. I think that would solidify animation more than long enough for it to start paying for itself.
Right. It just occurred to me that the Billy Borg that shows up is the same drone name as the one that just died. So it's literally that's why I wanted that's why I'm glad we did Inter-Reality Shift. It's like the alternate hillbilly version of the exact same Borg cube just appeared.
Yep. No, I got that the first time. I thought you did that on purpose.
All right, so that is ready. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to export it on my end and save it. Borg versus Magneto. Animation live mix. Put that into the proper folder.
And then we need to schedule out short. You said you had that down there. I'm gonna download that vertical and go ahead and schedule out the short.
Cool, do it. Connect it to the video, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh, and then we need to. Shit, I need to do the same thing with the vertical version. That was a pain in the ass last night, but okay. It can be done relatively easily. Here, we're going to go home real quick. Before I do that, come on.
Make sure that's the whole video.
Yeah, I'm going to rename Borg Magneto live animated. Name Borg Magneto animated.
And we're scheduling this for tomorrow
Correct.
as a quote unquote short, even though it's the same video.
Yep. And I'm putting this, I'm uploading this to the CapCut space for you.
What am I doing? Chris, what am I doing with that?
No, I'm you wanted to tighten up the editing a little bit.
Oh, no, I said don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. Well, then hold on.
Because the moment you did captions and other stuff, anything I tighten up is gonna I would have to continue to go back and forth and make
Gotcha.
sure
Okay.
fair.
There's
no point to it. It's not a big deal. And it's like in all reality, it would get rid of maybe 3 seconds. It's not that big of a deal.
All right. So now I got to make this vertical. 9x16.
Thank you so much, Joe. We love making them. Love making them. And to be able to do animation, the amount of ideas that me and Chris have had that we physically or mentally were not able to do because of those limitations. Animation opens up those possibilities. And seeing such a positive response to the animation is huge. People are loving the animation. You're getting a healthy amount of followers right now too.
On what?
Since we've been talking, we got another 2,500 views on TikTok.
Good.
That's another 42 minutes.
That'll keep growing.
Yes. Do better. Go better. Grow.
So, total side note, I had what might have been the worst headache of my life today. And I know what it's from. My damn shoulder.
I love how both of us are slipping.
Oh, my shoulders. This one was lifted and this one was down, and my whole neck was fucked up. I've got a chiropractor that I go to. He's what's called an upper cervical chiropractor. There's no like hard popping or twisting. It's all very gentle. And I went there and to see if he could help. And he did his best. But I mean, I was sitting there and I was like, I know what I need. I need a good like that, and he wouldn't do it. And I'm not doing it to myself. So I basically came home and just laid there and just tried stretching it, massaging it, like the whole. If you go on your neck, and you've got the lines of muscle on either side of your spine and your neck. On the right side, that whole line for me was just all kinked up. And it finally broke down and took some pain meds, which I hate taking pain meds. It took about 2 hours for them to kick in, but they finally did. I'm finally feeling better. But like wow. Billy Goodman, I work in freight and transportation logistics. I'm a freight broker.
And this became my full-time job when I.
Hey, Nelson.
I'm just gonna say that. But I have stayed busy with this job, and it has paid the bills enough that I can't, because I'm on disability as well. And there's limitations on what you can and can't have with disability. And it's like, part of me is like, go get another job, right? Huge part of me. But another part of me is like, if I get another job, it's less time that I can spend at this. And then that means less videos. Like the income from this would go down dramatically. It's a catch-22 system, right? No matter what I do, I'm screwed if I do, screwed if I don't, in that sense. So I just decided to kind of throw myself at this, and it has shown results. It really has. It's just not as fast as you would like it sometimes, and I have to remind myself that this is normal. Our growth for the first year or so was abnormal. It was not something that you see on a YouTube channel.
Not at all.
Very fast, and both me and Chris realize, and we know what stopped our growth. 100%, we know what happened, and we don't blame it. We still support the decision. But when the actor strike happened, and we stood on their side,
and we had insane momentum at that point.
Yeah. The moment we did that, dead stop in the water. And we've had starts and stops. We have not been able to get that momentum back. And there's a good chance that we may not see that type of momentum for some time. And there may be a point where we see that momentum again. Don't know. But keeping up with that schedule that we had, we burned ourselves out multiple times keeping that schedule. We were posting a video a day, 5 days a week at minimum for months on end.
Yeah.
And they were not pre-made. They were new every single time.
It was every morning. It's like, do you have a video today? I don't. Shit. I'll have one. And part of what the result of that was, A, we got a lot of videos out. B, we put out a lot of shitty videos.
we did. We really did. We did put out, like both Chris and I have gone back and like, why is that trending? That sucks.
Especially when you look at it and you're like, that was such a good premise. And we did that so badly because we realized at 2 p.m, my time, we post at 4 my time typically. We don't have a video. And I was like, you know what? Headset off. Tell boss I'm taking lunch. Record something. And I rewatch it like, this sucks. Don't have time to redo it. This is what's getting posted today. Caption it. Post. There we go. And Levi, I could tell Levi was like, what is this piece of shit that you put on our channel? And I'd be like, I had an hour. It was that or don't post. Okay.
And that would be the same result where, at that time, both Chris and I had jobs. And it would be the same thing where I'd be like, okay, and my job was part-time at the time. I would get off and because I worked mornings and I still had stuff to do with the kiddos and things like that. But it's like, I got like 10 minutes. Let's do a video real quick, and put it out. And there would be times where Chris was like, the fuck is that? And they're like, do you really think that this was funny? I'm like, shut up. Look at what you posted last week. you have no room to talk to me. Look at what both of us posted together the other week. But then we would have things like the Deadpool series, the Samara Chronicles. Well, the Samara Chronicles was
all right. Well,
right there.
The vertical went way faster this time because I knew what to do. Vertical's already done.
That's cool. Do you want to schedule that for next week?
Yeah. I've got it saved right now. I'm out of CapCut now, so I get my computer's memory back. What is that? 1 second.
So Stitch is going to be, and we've already got it filmed. I've got to film my parts for the longer version. And I've got to get Kiddo to do some voice lines. But the Stargate universe. In fact, let me take a look at the script real quick. On that one. Because we're going to be doing some lines ourselves. All right, perfect. So I can put out the first part of the Stitch video as soon as me and Chris get to work on some voicing.
Where are Apophis' lines again? Do you remember? Are they in the
Stitchgate?
That's a That's in the Google Drive, right?
Yes.
All right. Uno momento, por favor. Here it is. I got it. Okay.
There it is.
I'm gonna mute you and record mine. And remember, we're gonna be deepening these and adding an effect. We'll deepen them, and then we will just turn each audio sound into a what's the deal? The way that you put two filters on thing. We'll turn each one into a compound clip of itself.
Yeah.
And then we can apply. So we'll have the deepening and then the slight reverb to it. So I'm gonna mute you and I'm gonna record the lines here on my end.
I like the free trial thing.
All right. Yes. I'm completely sure. Hello. Hello? Never heard of them. Well, I'm feeling them out. Calm down. I only sent one death glider to check things out. Do you think it could take out the cube? Do you think it could take out the cube? Well, it just blew up. The cube, it just blew up. John, what voice do you know? John, no, John! Come on. Come on.
You know what? I'm gonna use this one.
Are you doing voice mod?
Just give me a moment.
Someone who got their first third-degree burn before starting kindergarten, I hardly approve of more fire safety instruction. Yes. Fire safety instruction is important.
Levi, what?
Huh?
I saw my name, but like, oh, it's from a different one. Someone who got my first 30-year burn during Billy Borg. Here we have a little blue. Had an interesting day. Got some tech fire safety. So I say I'm good. REM solution to get a small light blue. Big pop ball with the number 67. That's a good one.
All right, I'm uploading mine now.
Okay, so this work? Is this its own?
Stitchgate SG1.
And so that should be a plugin that I just
Right.
added.
My to CapCut?
No,
Mine
I've
is
got
uploaded.
I've got a Audacity. That's what I've been slowly
Yeah.
using it to get used to it.
Okay.
And it has a pitch correction
Cool.
thing. I just installed it though.
Well, mine is updated, so you can use it or dump it if you don't want to. You don't want to use
Manager.
it?
Okay, so how do I use the plugin?
Plug it in, plug it in. The plugin's not called Glade, is it?
Pitch and tempo. No. Why is that not working? So I should have a thing where I go into effects, add effect, right? Add effect. Gillian 3. Oh, there we go. All right. Now I know how to do this. We're going to stop. I'm going to yes. I'm completely sure. Hello? Never heard of them. Well, I'm feeling them out. Calm down. I only sent one death glider to check things out. Do you think it could take the cube out? Well, it just blew up. The cube, it just blew up. And then pause it for a second. Right there. John. John, what voice do you know? John? John! No! No! John! I don't know if that cut out or not. That's the only problem. Yeah. Okay. I'm completely sure.
Can't hear you now, Levi.
Testing 1, 2.
I can hear you now. Yes. Yep. You're good. You're good. You're good.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Oh, me.
I'm completely sure. All right, so I'm going to share my screen here. This is a pitch correction device.
Yes. I'm completely sure. Hello? Never heard of them. Well, I'm feeling them out. Calm down, I only sent one death glider to check things out. Do you think it could take the cube out? Well, it just blew up. The cube, it just blew up. And then... Yes. I'm completely sure. Hello?
Never heard of them. Well, I'm feeling them out. Calm down, I only sent one.
To check things out.
Oh.
Do you think it could take the cube out? Well, it just blew up. The cube, it just blew up. And then... Pause it for a second.
That Is it still playing? Did I not record the rest of that?
The cube. It just blew up.
I must have forgot to hit record. Oh well, that's fine. That's still us screwing around with it here.
Yes. I'm completely sure. Hello? Never heard of them. Well, I'm feeling them out. Calm down, I only sent one death glider. To check things out.
That's pretty good right there.
Do you think it could take the cube out?
I can't hear you, Chris.
Well...
Why can't I
well,
still hear you? I still can't hear you.
Way better than mine.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead.
Well, I'm feeling them out. Calm down, I only sent one death glider.
Now that should keep my voice at that area too. So I should be able to hit record. And the last line I did, and of course I just relaxed my voice for this one. So the last line I did. Come on. The cube, it just blew up. The cube, it just blew up. The cube, it just did. John, what voice do you know? Yeah, so we just hit record. John. No, John. What voice do you know? John? John! No! No! John! I'm not quite sure if it recorded that or not.
John. No, John. What voice do you know? John.
What just happened? Yeah. Ha, 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 ha. It crashed on me.
Boo. Yeah, Sam Davis, and that was annoying. I pressed the unmute button and didn't unmute, and he's like, I can't hear you. I'm like, that's not true. It's still blinking. Arnar. If anyone here is an Australian, I apologize.
John. John. What voice do you know? John. No. No. John.
So it cuts out. We have an audio cutout.
Honestly, if it wavers and is bad, you could even argue that it's like static from Stitch attacking the ship.
Yeah. The thing is that I should be able. I don't know how to do it in Audacity, but in CapCut I can fix this a little bit. I do know how to fix this a little bit, and in CapCut when we mess with the audio and lower the pitch and everything, it sounds so weird. But this sounds very close to a Gould voice. Very close to one. I'm going to export this real quick, take it into CapCut.
Okay.
Maybe because I don't feel like spelling. No. Switch my screens around. Okay. Quick, easy way. We normalize the audio.
Yes.
I can't.
I'm completely sure. Hello?
Here, I'm gonna put my bowl away. I'll be right back.
I can hear it a little better.
Yes. I'm completely sure. Hello? Never heard of them. Well, I'm feeling them out. Calm down, I only sent one death glider. To check things out.
Now they use a they basically create a delay.
Do you think it could take the cube out? Well, it just blew up. The cube, it just blew up. And then pause it for a second. John. No, John. What voice do you know? John? John! No! No! John!
That actually works out really well
I'm
because
not
that
quite
does
sure.
that works out really well because of the static. It creates a static, and if we put that back down,
I'm completely sure.
I can increase the volume as necessary.
Yes. I'm completely sure.
And instead, we
Hello?
just turn the volume
Never
down
heard of them.
manually.
Well, I'm feeling them out. John. No, John. What voice do you know? John? John! No! No! John!
Because at that point, we're going to hear Stitch in there. So then what we do here is we want to create kind of a delay, right? Boop.
John!
Nope.
John! 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 John!
So the question is if I can get rid of the effects. We turn the effects off.
Hello? Never heard of them.
Export.
Well, I'm
Export.
feeling them out.
Export. To. And what we do here, because what they do with it is they put a flange on it. I can't put a flange in this particular setting, this editing software. Would be much easier if I started that. Okay. Good.
Well, I'm feeling them out.
And we get this voice changer here. We're going to change my pitch a bit on this one too. But we're going to go ahead and do it in this app, if I can find it.
Yes. I'm completely sure. Hello? Nope.
Yes. I'm completely sure. Hello? Never.
Yes.
I'm completely sure. Hello? Yes.
Yes. I'm completely sure. Hello? Never heard of them. Well, I'm feeling them out. Well, I'm feeling them out. Calm down, I only sent one death glider. To check things out. Do you think it could take the cube out?
That's
Well,
almost right there.
Well, it just blew up. Yes. I'm completely sure. Hello? Never heard of them. Well, I'm feeling them out. Calm down, I only sent one death glider. To check things out. John! No, John. What voice do you know? John?
And this has to mimic that. So negative 9.3. It still has to be the same volume. We'll make the deeper voice actually a little bit on the louder side. Do an 8.5.
John. No, John. What voice do you know? John? John! No! No! John!
That sounds pretty close to me.
The cube. It just blew up.
What do you think, Chris?
I like it. I think that there's a how to explain this. It's a tiny bit too reverby, like there's almost a staticky aspect to it that makes it a little bit harder to hear. And I would like the words to be a tiny bit more clear.
Question at that point is which one?
I don't know. Because like if you think it back to the show when Apophis is talking, he's like,
The cube. It just blew up.
It sounds like 3 of him talking instead of 2 of him talking. What voice effect are you using?
I just added my own and then put in low. The original is this.
The cube. It just blew up.
Is that the effect from Audacity?
This one's the effect from Audacity. This one's from here, but that's also at different volumes. Let's put the original volumes on there. They should be mimicked exactly aligned.
The cube. It just blew up.
Oh, you got the track on there twice.
Yeah. So the reason why the track is on there twice is because you're supposed to hear a mixture of like the original host with the Gould. And so in their original thing, they mentioned that they overlay it and flange it with a delay.
The cube. It just blew up.
I think that's fine, to be honest. If I just leave it without any changing my voice at all.
It's not bad. It sounds a little bit off to me, and I'm trying to figure out why. 1 second here. I just want to hear it real quick, just for my own. No, I want to hear.
So AP1 and AP2. AP2 is just my voice without any effect on it. So what I'll do is I'll send this to you.
Nope, actually, you're almost spot on. You're good.
I already uploaded it.
What are you uploading it to me for?
I uploaded it. I was like in the process of uploading it so you could do it. So we're good? Like just leave it as it is?
Yeah.
You want to listen to it one more time?
No.
No.
Yeah, go ahead.
Too bad.
Yes. I'm completely sure.
So this is for everyone who knows, as I pitch corrected my original voice and then overlaid it on the original voice track. So it's just two voices.
Hello? Never heard of them. Well, I'm feeling them out. Calm down, I only sent one death glider.
That sounds really damn close to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's all it took was effectively pitch correcting and then overlaying it on top of the normal voice.
Mm-hmm.
Good to know. And of course, I went ahead and did a slightly deeper voice myself. But for the most part, it's just a relaxed voice. So. I didn't think that this would work, to be honest, because it's just like a battery-powered bug light. But it totally works. You just have to have two. You just have to have two connection points.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we had anything else to do today, other than like.
I don't think so either.
I can edit it a little bit later. Go ahead. Grab that voice work and put it in here, so I have it in the resource file. This is the stitch, isn't it? So I actually have to put it in all the stitch.
You've got all the other parts, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Except for mine, which I have to record later, which I will do when I get.
Yeah, if you can edit those all together, and then you want to shoot it to me for captioning, we can do that.
Yeah. The question: do we want to wait until I can film and I just edit the entire thing, or do you want me to edit that first part so that we can get it out, which is effectively just the Stargate versus.
Where does part one end again?
Part one ends. Oh crap! Stitch is in the Stargate universe. How should we handle this? So
actually, if we're ready to go for that, yeah, go ahead and cut that in, and then shoot that to me, and I'll edit it. I'll not edit it. I will subtitle that, and then that can drop tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, I'll try to get that taken care of. You know what? Here. No saying that we can't have a dual project. That's okay.
Excuse my burping, Andre.
Huh?
I was apologizing for all my burping.
Oh. Did he give me those lines?
He? Oh. Oh, the stitch lines?
Yeah.
John! Hucha! Chebaga! Chete! Chete! Anja! Kawanaba! Kaska!
I don't know. Can you reach out to Josh real quick?
Yeah.
And see if he was able to do those stitch lines.
Here's Johnny.
What was that?
Here's Johnny.
So, unlike like I've had different voice work from different people, and sometimes they cut out.
I thought Jocelyn was doing them.
Yeah, that's Jocelyn doing that. I asked Josh if he'd go ahead and take a crack if he wanted to take a crack at it, since he can do Stitch's voice as well.
Yeah.
And what I was gonna do is because I've used this before where I've used two different voice actors for the same voice.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like one actor was able to laugh better, one actor was able to say this line better. I was able to basically composite them together. So I wanted to see if he wanted to take a crack at it. I was live when I said that.
Lucy, I'm home.
So he's not doing a bad job. Like, he's doing about the same as Derek, if I'm to be honest.
Yeah.
Derek has a little bit more practice with Stitch's voice, but the last few lines that I had gotten from Derek were about the same quality.
No.
And all you hear, the reason why you're hearing Jocelyn here is you're just hearing him say nope and try to get back into the voice.
Johnny. Here's Johnny.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and download this since it's a clean copy of it. I'm going to go ahead and put it in I'm just going to create one new channel. So I don't get it mixed up here.
Hey, Kern. Late night shenanigans. Yep.
Jocelyn at the end of that one didn't really. That was a different one though.
His voice kind of went out in that one.
He was having trouble with his mic. Like, he's got a much better setup now, so that's why we got a really clean take. But during his clean take,
Welcome back.
when he does Stitch's lines that are like full on imitation of Stitch, like line for line what's in the movie, he gets really damn close. So it's not surprising that he's having difficulty doing a line so different from what he's practiced. It's the same thing as like asking somebody to have Stitch do the Kamehameha. It's such a different line compared to what Stitch has said in the past.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, to be honest. When are you going to be done streaming? I don't. I like the orange stuff. I like that orange sunset type of look, to be honest. But I also like the rainbow look. Anybody, if you guys don't remember, did I download that as a picture that I can just share? I did. There you go. They're asking what colors to make the Hawaiian shirt in. So, Kieran, the thing is being able to do Stitch with things that Stitch would normally not say. That's the big difference here that we're doing. And he's not doing a bad job. It's just a matter of like, I don't know.
Right.
Chris has that stuff. I will try to edit, but my brain is just not there today.
That's fine.
Do you want it out tomorrow?
No, I'm just saying we could drop it tomorrow if we wanted to.
Okay.
We've already got the short going tomorrow, so that's enough.
Yeah.
Let's
And
gain another
then-
4,000 views in the last hour.
On where? TikTok?
TikTok, yeah. That's in the last 45 minutes.
Yeah, and up to 19,000 now. It's performing way better than the other one.
Yep.
And when I looked at it on Facebook, it was doing relatively well. Last time I looked at it on Facebook, it was already at 12,000, and that was the longer. That was the 16:9 one.
The longer one was doing better than the shorter one.
Yeah. When you asked me to make a cut, I was like, I knew where I wanted to cut it so that it would include just about everything, but it would cut out things that could have been cut out, to be honest, which would have been mostly your scenes, and then just making sure there was the proper reactions at the time. I was like, I think I can cut it down to 90 seconds, but I wasn't entirely sure. But yeah, it's at 20,000 on that one. Our shields will adapt. Adapt to what? Oh, well, they can walk it off. Oh, right. I don't know what Stitch says. I just know the voice. Never seen the whole movie.
I've never seen the whole movie either. I'm just aware that he's a menace.
He had a redemption arc, as did, well, I guess in the new movie, no one had a redemption arc.
Was the movie not good?
It did. It made a lot of money.
Okay. Yeah, so the reel is at 4,600 views on Facebook. And the video is at 20,000. Which doesn't bother me at all.
Massive difference.
We get paid way better on the videos anyways, everybody. So if you're going to watch one or the other, watch the video.
He's a love menace, yes. He's an awesome little character. I'm not going to save that. I already have that, so we're good there.
And then we've got what? Josh was just about to record those, he said.
Oh, that's awesome. So we'll wait for his. And I'll do that. Thank you for the donation. Greetings. I hope this message finds you well. 2 questions.
Hey, thanks, Anton North. Anton North, sorry.
Okay, so this is a loaded question because it does depend on the social media. So I look at a lot of YouTube analytics because you get a lot, but we can look at TikTok and Facebook analytics just as much, to be honest. The problem here is that you can have a video doing poorly everywhere else, and then on one social it is trending like there's no tomorrow, right? And all that means is it's not a bad video. It just didn't hit the metrics or something it needed on the other social medias. Then you have the videos that do well on every social media. Now, most of our videos, in all honesty, do well across the board. They have a statistic that they hit, but it happens periodically, but more often with mine. So it depends on the video. A lot of my videos, if they are more niche type content, we look at the percentage viewed. If somebody watched it from start to finish, and every single person that watched it then stayed for that, even if the views were lower, that's a really good video, right? Because we have a higher retention rate, more people are watching it, and if it's a longer video on top of that, it means more revenue is generated even on lower end views. However, with that being said, the flip to that, let's say that there's a shorter video that got 300,000 views compared to one that got 10,000 views, right? That's a massive difference. But people only watch the first 15 seconds of that video. It doesn't matter. It got 300,000 views. It more than paid for itself, turned around, and probably outperformed the other video. But it also says in that video, people didn't want to keep watching after the first 15 seconds. So it's a loaded question. The average process for a re-edit kind of all depends on if we want to re-edit it or redo the video in its entirety. A lot of times we go the route of, can we improve this video? Where can we improve it? And is it improved enough to justify doing it? That's how we look at it. But yeah, that's the thing, is that we can have a video that's performing badly, re-edit it, put it out, and bam, it does really well. And the statistic you want to look at for there is, where did people pop off? Where did people lose interest? You're muted.
Yep. Josh was wanting to clarify what lines that you wanted. He said the second half of the message cut out. I just listened to it, and yeah, it kind of did when you were trying to explain how you wanted Lucy, I'm Home to sound, but I'm sure he'll get it. Oh, man. Oh. Hey, Jimmy Banthrow. Thanks for jumping into membership.
Oh, here's a piece of art I got to show you guys. I have to show you guys this.
From Doxus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Doxus has been making a few comics for us just at his leisure. And we're going to start sharing these comics here soon. So Nappa getting to learning about temporal time. I absolutely love the faces that you were making. That honestly is just what sold the whole video.
Good. I'm glad to hear it.
That was so awesome to see that.
And I'm glad that I changed the sounds, because the first time it sounded like Nappa had someone hiding under his desk, giving him a good day. And I'm like, that is not what's happening in that scene.
Honestly, hate to break it to you, still sounds like that. It's just because you see other people reacting. And you're like, what the fuck is going on? And you know that he shouldn't be reacting in that sense. But like,
right?
If like Raven heard it before they saw it, and we're like, what the fuck? Oh my god, oh. And I told you that. And I was just like, this is perfect. Because if somebody listens to it, like, you can go listen to it. I challenge everyone to go watch the video that dropped that the Deadpool part in Star Wars Universe part 3, isn't it? No, it's part 2. No, part 3 is a short. That's why it wasn't showing up. Yeah, so Deadpool versus Star Wars part 3. Turn it on. And don't look at the screen.
No.
Just listen to it.
No.
I warn you now, don't do it in public. People will give you strange looks. But the sounds are awesome. Love them. I also love where I don't know if Josh got that message, but I sent a message. Stitches laugh, Lucy, I'm home, and here's Johnny. Said in the similar way that they are said in the shows. But feel free to have fun with it.
Yeah. Yeah, he wanted to know where to send them. I gave him the email and said he could also just put them into the Discord.
Yeah. That's where I usually prefer to have them, but going, and I do have a voice work other. I think putting them there so that we can have backups of them and then get hard copies is probably going to be a good idea going forward.
Yeah.
It does, yeah.
Well, and I love the brain loop bit where you realize that Nappa's having this done without the brain loop.
Yeah, a bunch of people commented on that. A bunch of people are like, "Oh, Nappa's going to figure out Levi did it." And I'm like, I don't think you guys realize that Levi did this when nobody was looking and nobody was around.
Yep.
That means Nappa was not around to see this.
Correct.
And it's gonna be funny playing that, like having some similar chaos happening, and like you were trained in this. And Nappa goes, "Yeah, but I forgot. Didn't Levi tell you it doesn't stick?"
Yeah.
And just have John just slowly turn. No, he didn't.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mental downloads and sayings work the opposite way from fighting. You know, every time I fight and get injured, I get stronger and stronger. Every time I get a mental download, I get dumber and dumber and dumber. I'm losing my math. Be like, just like he's not losing math. He was like, I had to go and relearn trigonometry. Yeah.
You know how annoying that is? or not trigonometry, something way more complex than that.
Yeah.
And like just have John just stare at Nappa for a second, like, what? Yeah, John, it took a whole like 3 hours to relearn it. And just John go. Just Nappa doesn't want to do mental downloads anymore because he just doesn't want to have to keep relearning that.
Right.
Why did he post it twice?
I don't know.
Is there something different from the first one?
I don't know.
Oh, he put colors in the eyes.
Oh, okay.
That would make a really cool sticker. I don't know why I like it, but it would make a cool sticker. So Nathan, okay. One of the things that I'm going to do with Stitch, the series, is make sure I still stay true to the original theme and everything of the original movie. Unlike some other new movie that I think came out. I don't know its name.
Wasn't that Stilo and Lich?
Yeah, something like that. So you will have a happy ending.
Not unlike Nappa's.
And hopefully people won't be complain. I get an idea of like unless I highly doubt people are going to compare it, considering how long it's going to take to probably get to the end of this series,
right?
With how long we're taking with them. Short of both of us, and we could finish this. In all honesty, we could finish this if me and Chris had the time to realistically sit down and hammer out like another 15-20 minutes of Stitch content.
Yeah.
We could do it. What did I say that needed phrasing?
Not sure.
I don't know. Nappa, after the download, I can smell colors. Apparently, a bunch of people said that I should have had the button line. And I get it. Like the whole show me thing would have been really funny.
Yeah.
The more I sat with that thought, as like originally both me and Chris were like, oh yeah, that would have been a good one. The more I sat with it, I was like, no, I don't like it. It would ruin the pacing, because then you would expect more, because it starts like saying he knows temporal management training and having that be the end of the skit versus show me I know temporal management training.
Right.
It's like a solid dead end. Right? Somebody else either A needs to set up something else new, which in the movie is show me next scene. Right? That's a perfect segue into the next scene. We don't have a way for Nappa to show.
Right.
It's like, okay, I can take a phone call.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing with the OK Neo thing, where just the pacing was ruined if we added another one. And when we combine these, that's something that we're going to have to address. We're going to have to look at it and go, how do we connect these? And it could just be a simple, obvious scene transition to the next video.
Right.
It's something that me and Chris are looking at, and with sketch writing and writing in general for like longer stuff.
Yep.
It's something that we've noticed that we're getting better at. But we look at our previous videos, we're like, oh my God, that was horrible there. And we look at other people's videos who do transition scenes, and sometimes we're like, God, I hate how they did that. But then they get thousands of views, and the reasons why is because there's no pause. It's just
right.
You get forced into the story versus taking the time. But with that being said, no one has incentive to watch the next part either. So those same creators struggle with creating series that have long drawn out parts that interconnect with each other. It's like each video is a standalone video, and that's great.
Right.
Put them together as a compilation and they don't look good.
Correct. Sometimes they were filmed 3, 4, 5, 6 days apart.
Yeah.
Lighting is different. You try to have it. You try to give it continuity. It doesn't always work.
That's why having like controlled lighting and whatnot can be huge. Make a huge difference in impact.
Yeah.
What you up to right now?
What?
I was wondering what you're up to.
I'm clearing stuff. Real quick. Out of
I honestly wasn't sure if Joshua because he mentioned that he was going to be recording. He was dressing up. I wonder if he's not filming the whole thing, is he?
I doubt it.
We're gonna have a live action Stitch. I'm like, I just needed the voice. But it just worked out because he was already doing a project with Stitch. So
yeah.
And then we have. Do we want to discuss the Deadpool here while we're talking with everybody, or?
I don't know that I remember the Deadpool specifically.
With Star Wars, Deadpool and Star Wars versus Star Wars.
Oh, I mean, we dropped one yesterday.
That
I think
was part 3, yeah.
Yeah, I think it needs to go on a little bit further before we. I mean, we can talk. I mean, there's 41 people here. We can talk about it. I think that what's going to happen next at some point is Deadpool is going to not double cross Levi, but just decide that he's no longer interested in following Levi's instructions and goes rogue. Which
the things that need to happen don't necessarily need to happen in order for what I'm about to say for everyone. Nappa needs to get fed up with the way John is treating Nappa. / John needs to think Nappa is the reason why this happened.
Right.
Part of that is totally on Levi expecting Nappa to be Nappa and Levi losing control of Deadpool. Because in no way does Levi want to do paperwork.
Right. Correct.
The moment paperwork happens is the moment, like, Levi, to make this clear, I do not want the character Levi to blame Nappa. Levi wants to take credit for the prank. He just isn't there yet. So the next line, I think, and the way the next part should be, would be the one that I talked, and that should how it be start. I think that would be a great segue for, like we hear John yelling at Nappa or on a call or something like that.
Yeah.
Levi says, "Yeah, still worth it," and then we can even do a scene change to Nappa having something. Nappa having something, getting upset, coming back over and saying he wants to prank John, and if Levi's wants to be in on it.
Yeah.
I think that needs to be the next part, to be honest. Because it would make the most sense that Levi loses control and goes, yeah, it's still worth it. Nappa jumps in, gets blamed for something. Levi goes, okay, this is actually working out. Not what I planned. Sure, let's go with it.
Right.
And we get the moment where Levi acts like because I don't know if I shared this with everyone, but I have somewhere a little script thingy that I did. Yeah, here it is. So it goes, look, that walking, talking embodiment of a dried up ball sack Palpatine is, thank you. But seriously, Deadpool, he gave you a run for your money in the Beauty Queen of the Year contest, so I wouldn't put it past him to use some of that donated DNA you started to spread around to make... Oh no. What have I done? What have I... Yeah, you're right. I don't really care. It can be retcon. It's no big deal. No, I don't need you taking over any main role. Deadpool, let it burn, sure. But taking it over means action. I don't need to have Deadpool in there. That's where I'm hiccuping because I keep saying Deadpool, and it's I don't need you taking over any main role. Let it burn, sure. But no, you don't need to take it over because that means actual paperwork. And did that motherfucker really just hang up on me? Crap. And then I look over to John, who's yelling at a call / Nappa. And I go, yep, still worth it. John somehow blames Nappa, yells at him. And Nappa comes to Levi. And that's why I need your help to prank him. I'm sick and tired of getting the stick into things. The short end of the stick. What? Nothing. I'm in. So what's the plan? Nappa goes over the plan, which has something to do with lactose and math. Levi, who's wearing a hoodie, has the hood up over his head at this point. The next scene, you see Levi just with the hood up and covered slightly. Yes, good. Let the prank flow through you. Nappa, dude, Are you paying attention? This is important. We need a time when consuming the most amount of dairy out of prospective digested systems. I can handle the math. And we switch back to Levi, who's putting the hood back up with a wicked smile.
Yeah.
And just rubbing his hands. Which I think that's a perfect part 4, to be honest. We just have to figure out John's parts.
Write that out, and we'll figure out John's parts.
It's already written out.
Where?
It's in Levi to do. I will just message you it.
Okay.
So you can grab that, and then we can figure out John's parts. Because I feel like that's a perfect portion of it.
I like it.
I think it's hilarious. And it
What do y'all
allows
think?
us to go, okay, now Deadpool's effectively doing whatever the hell he wants. So after this, John can find out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we can do the reveal, and then we can do the cleanup. It makes it a short series, sure. But there's no saying that, like, during the cleanup, it can't be another 4 parts, to be honest.
Right.
It's just the prank war gets settled relatively quickly.
Yeah.
For now. I'm sure John's going to find some way. Even though this is Levi's revenge, I'm sure John's going to be like, okay, I did that to get you back to fix the situation. You got revenge on me. That was fair. You and Nappa getting me twice over. That's a different story.
Yep. That's a start of a whole new prank war.
Exactly. It's like, I forgive you for the Deadpool. I don't forgive you for what you did. You teaming up with Nappa.
Right?
Anakin, I am your father. Wade Skywalker. Oh no, I forgot to do I did the wrong voice. Oh. Deadpool, you're not a Skywalker. Yeah. Just his face. Like I've seen it. I've seen all the cartoons. I went back and watched it. Yeah. I'm just like, I can't rewatch it after watching people make fun of him.
Josh just sent the lines.
Oh, he did. Where are they at?
He emailed them to us in the email. You know which one.
Apparently I don't have that.
Did you not log back into it?
No, I'm logged into it. Or is it supposed to be Co? Because I don't have access to Co. I haven't had access to Co in a long time. I have access to Corp.
I even saw the notification come through. Hold on. Where'd you send him to? He sent him to Co. Hold on.
No. I would just download them and shoot them to me on Discord. Does John only work Tuesdays? Caption needs work, but it's not Tuesday. May the pranks be something Doug said. May the pranks be with you. I love the fact I gotta go something dark side.
What is that from?
I'm pretty sure Robot Chicken.
Oh yeah.
Discovering I could do that voice has been really awesome. Holy shit.
Hey, Chang, there's a lot more boiled eggs with bad vision than you'd think.
Holy moly. Okay, this is probably not going to be fair, but I do want to transparency is key here, and Jocelyn would not mind. So yeah.
Go ahead.
And this is I'm going to share this, and I want you guys to take note that this is from one person who has had a lot of practice doing Stitch's voice, and one person who's effectively had like a couple weeks of practice. So, a couple weeks of practice.
Can't hear a thing, Levi.
Am I not sharing the
Probably not.
Okay. Take two. Somebody who's only had a couple weeks. So this is him practicing and doing lines that he knows that he can do.
Today! Nappa! Tasca! Hi! Lucy! I'm home!
Arguably, that's not bad. That's relatively good, especially with the amount of practice he's had.
Yeah.
Now, this is somebody who has had a lot of practice, who knows how to do this voice and has been doing it probably for a couple of years.
Lucy, I'm home! Lucy, I'm home! Lucy, I'm home! Lucy, I'm home! Here's Johnny! Here's Johnny! Here's Stitchy! Here's Johnny!
So you can hear, yeah, agreed. They both sound good. And I can do Stitch's laugh, to be honest, like that chaotic high-pitched laugh. I can kind of do the I can kind of get it. Pricing, Josh did not charge me a penny for that.
Right.
That is just because we collaborate. I will pay Jocelyn for his work, and that is pardon me. Minimum, there's a minimum that you pay for voice work. Okay, so I want to make sure this is clear before somebody says, "Oh, that's not really worth it." There's a minimum you pay, and then you get a certain amount of words or lines or something like that with revisions. That's how that thing works. So I on average pay anywhere between $10 and $25 minimum, and you can get 1 to 2 lines or 300 words or something like that. It kind of depends on the voice actor. A more established voice actor is going to have a higher minimum, but on average, you get about 1 to 300 words, right? And then you get maybe 1, maybe 2 to 3 revisions. It kind of just depends on the voice actor and where they're at.
Right.
Jocelyn, I have collaborated with him plenty of times. We worked with stuff, and it's one of those things where we try to work with each other quite a bit on a lot of different things.
Yep.
Now that the company is doing things, I think we said that during the live. Things are a little bit different. So Jocelyn is going to get paid regardless, because I had him do some work, and I just threw out I just asked Josh, hey, can you send me some stuff just if you want to, if you have the time. And there is parts of Jocelyn's that I might still use in this video.
Yeah.
I just have to put them together, see how they sound based on the recordings that we have, and then kind of go from there.
Right.
So it was nice to have both of them. Did you pay Jocelyn, by the way, already?
Not yet.
Okay. And thank you for 25 months of being a member.
Wow, alternate. That's awesome. Thank you.
That. What is that? It's 2 years, 1 month, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that needs something special.
An extra super duper thank you.
Yeah, effectively. You know what?
What?
Joss, alternate. Try to give me some IPs that I know. Throw out a video idea. Throw out a video idea. Just
Improv?
because Huh?
Improving it?
Yep. I don't have any deodorant. I can smell myself, and I smell like Fritos. It's not a pleasant smell for me.
I would prefer the smell of Fritos to the smell of deodorant.
I don't like being able to smell myself.
Gotcha.
I'm not a germaphobe, for anyone wondering. I just I think part of it is I grew up like working hard and sweating and all that kind of stuff, and like getting told, "Hey, you stink. Go take a shower." So I grew up with being conscious of my own smell. So I do not like smelling myself.
Gotcha.
Oh. Sensory problems and mental awareness. Yeah, pretty much. I won't be able to concentrate if I keep smelling myself. So, you know, Basil isn't the only voice I do. Basil! God, that. Oh my gosh, I need to watch The Great Mouse Detective with my kids now.
I haven't seen that in the longest time.
Oh my God. Why can't I spell detective?
Detective. DETE.
No, I got it right.
Right.
It just always like there are certain words. For anyone wondering, there are certain words that I look at and I just like my brain doesn't accept that they're correct.
Gotcha.
I have that with quite a few. Who's Gilliman?
I have no idea what Gilliman is. Is that from Arknights? I don't know what Arknights is.
I don't know what Arknights is either.
I guess just make it up.
I forgot I had that here. By the way, real quick before I go into this.
Oh, Primarch of the Ultramarines. Sorry, should have said she's from 40K.
I will get ripped apart. I need you to pick something that I'm not that we both know that I'm not going to get ripped apart for saying something wrong. Ripping into Leandros. Leandros? Is that am I pronouncing that right? It's Captain Titus under the bus. How did he throw? There's so much context here. I feel like I'm missing. Did you really just throw? Okay. Gilliman, calm down. I understand that Leandros threw Titus underneath the bus. He violated the codex. So what? No biggie. Oh, right. Never mind. I forgot who I'm talking to. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. Yep, I'm missing context. Okay, I need to be able to understand context. I can't improv a scene that well without knowing. Otherwise, I'm gonna get them way wrong. Yogi the Bear.
Yogi Bear. Yogi Bear. Do Yogi Bear.
Yogi Bear. Oh, I can't do Jimmy's. I got to do alternates. But by the way, yes, everyone, exclamation mark dice, bang dice. You guys can get a beautiful set of dice. I am spamming the heck out of showing people these dice right now until I can get the videos done. Which hopefully, if I take some time to get some editing done and everything, will be tomorrow. Okay, let's make sure I can be seen while we're waiting on alternate for a moment. Yogi, you're a bear. You don't have a captain. Titus? Who is Captain Titus? You're Yogi the Bear. You steal a picnic baskets. I don't know. Just go back to picnic baskets, not... Okay, Yogi, I don't care what heretics there are. Understandably, you're protecting the picnic baskets from... I have so much confusion about what is going on right now. Oh, you signed up to be a space marine. With... Uh-huh. And the ranger. Okay. So, you all are over there. And chaos is ensuing. Right, right. Hold one moment, please. There's something wrong in the woods.
Nice.
How's that, alternate? Does that work? Also, I forgot Boo Boo's name.
Hey, Boo Boo.
Yeah, but here's the problem. Because of Honey Boo Boo, it probably wouldn't have mattered.
Oh, God. The whole generation of people who don't know Boo Boo the Bear, but do know Honey Boo Boo, and you'd be like, why is Yogi the Bear talking to a...
How'd that work out, alternate? Did you like that one? I don't know how that turned out, to be honest. That's such a random video. I forgot what woods he's in, what forest he was in.
Jellystone.
Jellystone.
Why I know that still, I don't know.
I want to do one more take of that.
Right.
Jellystone, Boo Boo. Jellystone, Boo Boo.
McFlame, Levi knows Mass Effect really well. I don't know it at all.
I do, yep.
Because I can't, I don't like playing single player games.
I forgot how I started it. I muted you for a second. Yeah. Okay. Yogi,
Ranger
you're a
Smith,
bear. You
isn't
don't
it?
have a captain. Titus? Who is captain? Yogi, just go back to Jellystone and steal the picnic baskets. You don't need to worry about Boo Boo's. What? You signed up to be a space marine with Boo Boo? And the Ranger? What? I don't know how I am more confused with this situation than I was with Stitch entering the it's less is it less go back to Jellystone. Just go. Who's Honey Boo Boo? Oh wait. What? Is that why you're there? You don't need to reclaim picnic baskets as a space marine. You don't need to teach any heretics a lesson. You are arguably a bear space marine. I realized as I was saying how epic that sounded, actually. Well, you can take the bear out of the woods, but not the wood out of the bear. So go and do you, I guess. And then come back and I don't know. I lost all train of thought because of this conversation. It's just so wildly random. I think I like the first take better.
I think the first take was better too. Dark Wolf Nova, I'm Gen X by 5 months. Yeah. No, hold on. December, November, October. Yeah. 4 months and 20 days.
Yogi, you're a bear. You don't have a captain. Titus? Who is Captain Titus? You signed up to be a space marine? Why? Okay. Follow-up question. Why would Boo Boo go sign up to be a space marine? Just go back after Honey. Oh my goodness. And picnic baskets. Whatever happened to just stealing picnic baskets? You were such an innocent bear. Now you're out there causing mayhem. And Ranger Smith. Where's Ranger Smith? Just go back to Jellystone. And what? You're teaching the heretics a lesson. What? Oh, right. Because it so makes sense that a sentient bear is a space marine. As I'm saying it, it makes more sense. And yet it doesn't. I just... Okay. Why isn't Ranger Smith your captain instead of Captain Titus then? You know what? No, I can hear myself going into the chaos. Here's how this is going to happen. I'm going to write up a report, and if you do you. I've got too much on my plate to deal with. Wholesome turn not wholesome. Have fun. That one I like.
Yeah. I like that one a lot.
Within the first 13 seconds, you find out about the Space Marine thing.
Yeah. I really enjoyed that take.
I like that take a lot. That take is the one we're going with.
I think it was really good.
I'm not gonna lie, alternate. I hope that this doesn't turn into another series because I don't know where the hell it would go. I really don't. This is one of those, it's so random. I don't know where to go with it.
Question is, why the hell would 40K recruit Yogi Bear?
Yeah.
Explain to me what value this bear holds for the Imperium. Listen to his voice. Hey, boo boo. Okay, he sounds fun.
I alternate. The thing is that we mentioned that neither one of us know enough about 40K. I am learning about series through osmosis.
Yeah.
It's not a great way to learn it, but I'm not forgetting it.
Right?
Oh goodness. Oh, huh.
Ow.
Oh my goodness. Sounds more like the Space Wolves. That's another thing. I keep accidentally doing things that could be canon. So that's always interesting.
Yeah, people watch videos and they're like, is this supposed to be out there? Because it's not. You're like, damn it.
Delete that.
Thought this was a totally unique fucking idea, and it's not.
Where's my? Oh, there it is. Also, I had a new update. And it wasn't showing things.
Update for what?
CapCut.
Oh, okay.
Is honestly just getting more and more powerful, but retaining its user friendliness, which is nice.
Which I
like the
appreciate.
moment it can use plugins similar to like DaVinci and all that stuff is the moment that all those other companies better look out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what the next extension on TikTok, which is of questionable legality as is, it is up when? A month from now?
Not even. I think it's in June.
Yeah.
It's like what? Huh.
Yogi versus the Necrons. You're already getting requests, man.
It pushed it to June 2025.
What day in June?
19th. I guess we can do a quick edit because like I don't know even what to name this. Probably just name it what it is. Yogi Bear is a space marine. Yogi Bear joins the Space Marines.
Yogi, you're a bear. You don't have a captain. Titus? Who is Captain Titus?
Yogi meets the Blood Angels.
You signed up to be a Space Marine?
Is that what we want? Is that what you want the title to be? Because alternate, this is your video. If that you decide the title, because I have no clue what the title is. The benefit of doing videos like this that are just 100%.
Who do you?
I like it. It's good.
I've got too much on my plate to deal with. Wholesome turn not wholesome. Have fun.
What is the Grimdark? Oh no, okay. Does 40K qualify as being in Grimdark? Oh, it's actually inspired by 40K because the tagline of 40K was "In the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war." So you could call it Yogi Bear's Grim Dark Picnic.
That's a really good title. Can you write that out for me real quick?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Alternate.
Do you like that? Yogi Bear's Grim Dark Picnic?
I don't know if I have 40K font. I can't type that. Yogi meets the blueberries. Let me check to see if I've got 40K.
You probably don't need it. You can probably grab just. I'm sure there's a font website where you can just grab it.
It kind of is my thing's just kind of glitchy today. Like I had a good font and then it kind of went poof. Where is... Why are you being so funky today with your search results? Get back over here. It's an old Roman style, Bolden head. All right.
Night, Nelson. Great seeing you. Glad you could hop on tonight. I'll be right back.
All right. You have a good night, Nelson. Oh, that font works, actually. That font works really well right there. And then we just need... colors properly, which are relatively easy. That one needs to be seen, though. Heartburn. Not that one. There we go. Rubik is apparently the main one. I kind of like, I know it's not quite the font, but what about that?
That's good.
And then if we give it a splash of shadow, no. And if we copy, paste, that's funny. That's weird. Copy, paste. That's there we go. But we take the effect, turn it off, put that behind it. We overlay.
Night, Wheeling Dragon. Yeah, Levi, we've been live for almost 3 hours, almost three and a half hours at this point.
2.5, yeah.
And
I've been live 3 times today.
Oh, Jesus. I didn't know that.
Yeah, this is the 3rd time. There we go. How's that look?
Good.
Nice and simple. I just have to caption it. I don't really feel like cap. Do you want to caption?
Oh.
No?
Not really.
Yeah. No. I don't want
My headache's starting to come back a little bit. I would like to do what I can to control that.
I suppose this sometimes. All right, so I'll finish editing this. I'll get this out Sunday, I guess. Is when this will have to post. Well, no, because the animation is only going to post on YouTube for that short.
That's fine. It doesn't. It still doesn't need.
Doesn't need the competition.
No, it'll be fine.
What do you mean?
I mean, it'll be fine if the only video posting tomorrow is the short on YouTube.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's what you mean. All right. So I'll have this post on Sunday, and that will give me some time to edit the other stuff.
Okay.
So this is where we're gonna call it, everyone. I want to talk to Chris a little bit before we call it quits. Another predator could have had them hunt long shot. Absolutely. I hope this video does well. But I don't know if it does. If it blows up, I don't know where to go from. So sometimes videos are just tossed out to the wind. Thank you guys for joining us. I'm glad I was able to do this. Remember to take it one breath, one step, one day at a time. I wish you peace of mind, serenity, body, and spirit, and harmony among others. And until the winds blow your sails my way, have an Acme day.
Have an Acme day is a product of Villain having an Acme day. We'll retroactive build your account. Have an Acme day.
Bye now, everyone.
Bye, everybody.